All right. Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the nightclub. Stop and chat. This time we have a special returning guest, Mr. Andrew Reynolds.
Yes.
How are you, bro?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Maintain.
All right.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
You guys are all there. You guys are all there together, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We haven't separated in 6 months.
Yeah.
No, how you been? Everything good?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been trying to. I just got on like a little health kick,
There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
and actually, what sparked it, I was like, I don't really work well, like, unless I have some kind of goal to, something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'll easily be lazy. You know what I mean? I'll just go skate with my friends and just kind of fall into like, just that's normal,
Yep. Absolutely.
So I saw Ave had that small part in that video, and I was like, dude, that was sick. Like, he's 40 something like me, right? And he was in the streets getting clips. Like, so that kind of got me pumped up. Like, I don't have to do too much, you know what I mean? But I'm going to take this year and just film.
Oh.
And so but that led to like, okay, I got to like get my food right and like a little wake up stretch and I like wrote down a whole program. I can't do anything small. I don't know why. It's just like,
You kind of have to be organized too. I take it because you're saying you're writing stuff down. So
when I'm not in that frame of mind, everything's just pretty loose,
right.
I just go skate up at Baker Boys. Maybe, what would consider to be doing my job would be just being up there, skating with the team, and maybe, hey, Jay or so-and-so, let's get something on the phone. Let's film something on the phone today.
Right.
So that's like a way to skate and stay involved and do something. But this, I just feel, I got to think, you got to think about it more. I got to think of spots where to go, and I got to go get in my car and look at the spot. And then I have to,
Figure out what to do.
Yeah. It takes a little more toll on your body than just like hitting a skate park. So I'm like,
right.
Okay, well, then that's where I'm okay. I got to ride an exercise bike a little bit. And so I've been on it for like a few, like, 3 weeks now or something. And then I added a couple little things in, like no phone in the morning, but it's like, it's only an hour and a half, but that's hard.
First thing you do usually is look at the phone, which is weird, but
and sometimes it's not a good thing. I can wake up and I could be on tilt if I see something that I don't like or something. It puts me in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that Netflix documentary, that Social Dilemma one?
Oh yeah. Yep.
You can take it how you want. Like, we're all adults. Like, I do whatever I want. Like,
sure.
I look at my phone as much as I want. I'm not, I don't really care. It's like, but something I saw, like this other little thing on YouTube was like about, super champion people that are making all this money and doing good and all that shit. They're like, they wake up and they don't look at their phone. They take an hour and a half to chill, eat breakfast or whatever. Like,
get their mind right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that.
Or at least try it.
Instead, I'm going to try to add that in and then do my little workout. And then, I look at my phone, respond to whoever, see what like kind of beef Young Thug's in or something or whatever, and then go, then I can go about my day.
And I can see that being healthy. Cause first thing I do is I reach for my phone.
My gosh,
I pick it up. I look, I go on Instagram, Twitter. I go through all my little feeds.
It's a bad pet peeve, dude. Especially when you get that little weekly update. I got to turn that notification off, but I see that weekly little number of how much I'm spending on it day to day, and I'm like, dude, I'm disappointed. I got to stop.
Disappointed. I mean, we didn't. None of us came up like that. We didn't even care. We didn't even have a phone, so it's like it's just odd, but it's normal,
Totally. I mean, it's just grown to be a part of us.
Yeah.
This morning was actually not the working out. I've been working out. I've been like eating right and stuff, but today was the second day with the little, like the more, I wrote the routine down exactly of how it goes, wake up, shower, coffee,
right.
Chill and write for or just chill by the fireplace or whatever for like an hour, do the workout.
Yeah.
Then I can look at my phone. So today was my second day. I'm like, oh, it's nothing, whatever.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
No.
I mean, once you think about it, I mean, like Sitting by the fire sounds nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like a nice little cup of coffee,
Get in a good mood for the day,
I think it's more about you have your own ideas going through your head about, okay, like what am I going to do today? Or some idea pops in and you say, oh, I gotta reach out to so-and-so and let me remember that, write that down. And then rather than just like just the feed.
When you're trying to schedule everything out or like you're doing, do you do that with tricks as well while you're sitting there and thinking like in the morning? Do you like, oh,
yeah, it's all, the whole reason for any of it is to go just skate and get something done. And I'm talking like the caliber of like what I'm getting done is just some bullshit. Like, to be honest, I mean, I'm 42 years old, but I have to take it that seriously just to even be able to do anything that's like where I feel if I was just doing nothing, sitting around drinking coffee all day, just lazy, not stretching, I can get a session in. There's just a difference. It's just like with all that little stuff with the food and water and the, eating like all fruits and vegetables and smoothies and, and then the whole workout routine in the morning. The thing is if I get somewhere where I want to skate, it just starts to happen like, oh, okay, 20, 30 minutes. Like, all right, we're ready to go. Before you just don't even know. You walk out the house like, all right. Like,
oh, trust me. Yeah. I wake up, I feel like I'm 80 years old. And then throughout the day, I get younger and younger. And by like 4 o'clock, I'm like 21. I'm like, finally. Jeez, I feel normal already. It's 4, but it's going to get dark in an hour.
Oh, my goodness. Like, that repeats itself again.
But I like that. I like that you're getting into this like kind of new, it takes kind of a long time to kind of form a new routine, I feel like. But I feel like you got it kind of down. You're writing stuff down. You're really but you also have a goal, right? You're also filming every day or trying to.
Yeah. I mean, I take days off to rest and like get back, get feeling good again and come up with some idea. And then a lot of what I've been doing, which is I'll go do something. There's probably like 3 or 4 things right now. One, I got to check off the list where I'm like a line that I was like, had to go back 3 times and I did it every time I went there. But the first time I did something and then I'd trick on a ledge and then I started to go down this hill. But then I saw it and I was like, oh, you know what? That'd be a better line if on the way down the hill I did like some kind of flat ground. So I said, okay, went back, did the one with the flat ground trick. And I looked stiff and it didn't look like I wanted it. And I just knew it, And then I went back the 3rd time and then did the one where I was like, okay, it made it worth it. So a lot of what I'm doing is I'm like having to go back to like just touch things up a little, which for me, I'm like, do I want 10 tricks that bother me or 4 that I like? So I'd rather have the 4 that I like.
Exactly.
That's the art right there.
Yeah, totally.
You have to approve your own art.
Yeah.
Right there. And it's a fucking flat ground trick. And that was going to bother Andrew right there.
But he knows like that can make or break a line. That one trick.
Yeah.
Sometimes that flat ground trick or that trick in between is like, oh, you focus in on that, right?
Yeah.
Rather than like the start or the finish sometimes. You're like, that was so amazing. You did that flat,
And I love it that like, it's a big deal to the skater who films it, but then other people look at it like, they don't see it the way that you did, like you put all that work in and they're like, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. The first one was good too. It's always funny how it's just whatever makes you feel good. Yeah. Basically.
That's what it is.
That's all that matters.
That's what it is.
But you got it though, right, Andrew?
That one I got to check off. And some of them I just go and some of them I'll just go and just do. It's like, a manual or something where I'm not going to kill myself. Yeah. Right. And I can just get it done. But then a couple I'll see the footage back and I'm just like, like I had a good run at like this, like we found like this Gino manual pad, like one he skates. Like
the Roslyn Banks one.
Oh, yeah. I actually was, I watched the entire DVS video, Skate More the other day. Nice. And you had a clip in there on a down manual pad, hard flip Manny.
Yep.
And Spanky was trying that at that spot. I filmed it off the TV and sent it to him. I was like, look how sick this is.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, you got to get
it.
Because you didn't smack your tail. And most people smack their tail, and like that's like a kind of no.
Yeah, I got lucky on that.
Which one was it?
It was in Sacramento. They have a little little downhill mani.
The one that got the rocks on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
The one that MJ skates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And his head comes
that's
off.
a good one. Yeah. Or he spins around.
Or that's what it is.
Yeah.
One of those.
Damn, dude. Well, I will say this, Andrew. Please, I know you're filming out in the streets right now, but please continue to put out these Instagram clips and stuff because they're so.
Man. Dude.
It's like the highlight of my day.
I can't do both.
You can't really.
I actually texted some like people that I deal with at Vans this morning, trying to trying to explain like look, like I know this year like things are kind of little slow right now, but while I'm filming, I can't.
You
know
can't
what I mean?
go to
Some
a
of that,
fakey flip down the stairs. I mean,
it's daunting. It's a lot.
I know, but I love it.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I got questions for you guys.
Okay.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Look, so tell me, being, very close to skateboarding in the industry and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of what we're talking about, filming video parts and then also being a skater that's popping up on Instagram all the time. Okay, so when Abe drops a part, he doesn't really, he's not every other day or every once a week posting videos. But when he puts a part, you didn't know where he was, what he was going to do. It's a big surprise. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
For me, like, okay, if I'm going to the park, I'm going there to say, okay, let me work on this nollie inward heel.
Sure.
So I can go get it somewhere.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to show the one in the park, and then I'm going to go film the one in the streets, and then the whole part's going to be the same exact. What I'm asking though, does it numb like just say a fan of like whoever, Stanky or Ave or whoever or Guy, the fact that Guy's not doing anything, and he really is going to make his part so much more valuable. So like, what's your beliefs like about that?
What you're saying is 100% true. I mean, these Instagram skaters, wrong.
I'm
term.
one of them.
Yeah.
No, but
No, you're not.
No.
There are strict kids that just don't even film video parts that only do Instagram.
even the skaters that come out with like amazing video parts, I watch their video parts and they're amazing, but I feel like I've seen everything. Right. I feel like I'm not being surprised. I'm not being like, oh my God, he just tray flipped, crooked grinded a picnic table. Because I've seen it on his Instagram.
Right. I mean, you got like a Shad though, who just can do both. You know what I mean? A Shad
like
can literally,
yeah,
can film video parts and just do crazy Instagram stuff. Yeah. So,
but I know what you're saying though.
I feel you on that, Andrew. Really, it's like I think it's I like the way that you're thinking about it, to be honest, and I like that when the element of surprise. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's still relevant. You know what I mean? As much as you want to see shit every day on a day-to-day basis, I want to see myself on a day-to-day basis. But at the end of the day, that's not possible sometimes. So I totally get where you're coming from, and to be honest, like. Everybody at Vans, hold tight. He's filming for you know what I'm saying? But play it out.
You could document your lifestyle through like your stories and stuff too. It doesn't have to be like a post clips every single day. Like,
I definitely want to, say a couple times a month, think of something like, just go hit a park or something and stay on it somewhat, because I know, companies like that. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
I've always found it a little like odd when some young kids come up and they're like, I don't do it. Well, you better be doing a lot of something else, because if you don't do that, then that's like back in, picking up the phone. Hey, Tebow, you want to go get this photo or I need to film this 411 section. It's the same thing. It's just you're in control of it, So it's like, I don't know. It's important for somebody to get noticed for sure,
Definitely.
And like you said, if you're kind of gone for a year or something, and then you hit him over the head, like Guy is about to hit us over the head with something.
So it's coming. Something's coming.
I mean, the cover came out. We're like, okay, this guy, he's doing something.
It's funny because you're asking us this question, and like you're responding to the people at Vans when you have a whole crew of people. Do people ask you what they should be doing on social media, like all the Baker team and stuff like that, or you just let them do whatever they want?
I don't say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I strongly believe, like, as a young person who's, trying to be a pro skater, you either are just gonna go after it like your life depends on it, and you have something to prove. It's just or it's going to be like there's all different levels to what you can do with it. You know, some guys just, you know, I don't like, look at Cater.
Right.
He's definitely just doing anything he wants. But when he's skating and you look forward to seeing what he did at Stoner or at this skate park, and you're like, oh, it's that little bit that you get that,
right.
You know, so someone I always, you know, envy those people that someone as good as him or Grant Taylor, or, I mean, they can just do anything they want. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody's going to repost it just because they're so good.
Right.
But that's rare, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. It is rare.
I don't even know. I forgot. I don't even. What was the question, Kelly?
I mean, I was more of like, yeah, like because
the Baker team. Oh yeah,
do you tell them? Like, do you critique?
Is there like something you're like, hey guys?
I think it's more just about setting an example. Yeah. Like, damn, this dude was 40 years old and posted a bunch of Instagrams and tagged Vans. He got on Vans.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Learn from that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Right.
I've had that conversation many a time. I'm set with people just being in the van, and like some dudes are just not into posting or even being on the gram. I'm like, bro, do you want to skate right now? Because if you're not doing that, more likely you're not going to be making it in this. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? This is a social aspect of the world that we're in, right? You have to be on these social media platforms in order to fucking really make it in skateboarding right now. That's just how I feel. Yeah. And I felt like this 10 years ago.
I love what Andrew said, just about like, you have to go after like your life depends on it. Yeah. Basically, like there's nothing else, and that will show somewhere, wherever you put it. You know what I mean? I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Or you have to be as good as Grant.
Yeah. Totally.
It's definitely an interesting conversation that comes up a lot, like in skateboarding and in the industry. I mean, but look at, you know, Ave, he's totally a legend and amazing. Someone like Aiden puts out so much footage. He had the FA part, and then he had the in Candyland, that was basically like a full part of him in that. Yeah. And he's always putting stuff out, and you always see him popping up. You know, an edit from Bill or something like that. So for him, it makes sense not to be one of those kids. Yeah. Because he's doing so much of the other thing. Right? Yeah. You know, I guess you just have to kind of choose, or just like be in the middle.
Yeah. I feel like there's different levels, right? There's levels to it, you know, and we're at the highest level, Andrew, you know. We're at the
Yeah, but you gotta care to some degree. You know what I mean?
It's a funny thing because, like you said, this topic comes up a lot, and so I don't know if since the topic comes up a lot, I don't know if anybody knows the answer to it.
One thing that I think is if you're a young kid and you want to, you know, post your skate videos, because that's how I see a lot of kids that rip. I mean, there's the way what I like to see, my personal opinion, is just a kid who just posts their skate videos. They don't tag a million things. They don't say hashtag this, blah, blah, blah. They just post their videos. Right. Mm-hmm. You know, those are the kids that get that, like what you see, oh, you know, he's just skating and enjoying it, and he looks cool doing it. You know what I mean? It's not about, I'm trying to come up and trying to, you know, be what, you know, like, I don't know. It's just there's definitely a way to do it and just
you could see it's like even when you skate with somebody in real life, like at Tampa Am or something, you could see the hungriness, right? And you could see the hungriness in Instagrams too. Oh yeah, it's like you just said, the hashtags, the ats, the thirst. Probably the thirst.
Yeah, when you got hashtags for days, dude, it's just like you're not.
You can see
a couple of your homies ain't telling you like, hey, chill out.
You can see who's in it for the love, and you can see who's it's just trying to make, I don't know.
But look at because you saw Cater at like Beebles Park, right? That's where you saw him and discovered him, right? So you discovered him kind of in person. There's kids like Dylan Jabe, you know,
sick,
destroying it. He came up on Instagram. I saw him when he was a little kid on Instagram and kind of followed his journey, and now he's like
incredible. Yeah,
he's incredible.
I mean, Chris Jocelyn is somebody who
same.
Remember, there was a time when he first came out. every single day, flying off everything.
Insane.
How does he have this much stamina? Like this dude.
Right.
He's
Energizer
hungry.
Bunny, bro.
Yeah.
That dude definitely goes.
But those are those are one in a handful, right? You know, there's like those.
He's got a little
few
bit
that
of.
stand out.
I always like been a fan of Chris Joslin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too.
He's got like that, a little bit of that train wreck. Like, you know, you see him in his parts, his clothes are all ripped up. He's screaming. You're like, oh man, I like that. You know what I mean?
The minute that I became a fan of Chris Joslin, I was a fan because all I would see is jumping. He would jump.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing Battle of the Barracks, and he came in. He had every flat ground trick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. This totally changed my whole view of him, you know, from a jumper to a all around. He could do anything.
You can do this.
Ledge skater
Anything.
too.
Yeah.
He ended up winning
He's
Battle of the
anything.
Bear. Like,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, whoa, this dude's gnarly.
Yeah.
You know, because I thought he was just a jumper, you know?
Are
Not
you-
that
are
there's
you guys-
anything wrong with that, but
Are you guys going to watch that Clay Craner part and go over it?
Yeah, dude. I watched that today.
What the fuck?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh my god.
I mean,
that
go
was
ahead,
one-
spoil it. What happened?
No, I mean,
No, just watch it. Watch it.
it is so gnarly, dude.
Just like
my
he
God, yeah.
he goes for it. That type guy.
I mean, he skates tranny.
He skates everything.
Oh, everything.
Rip Street.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had some street clips in
I
there,
love it.
dude.
That's rad.
Yeah, no, this will blow your mind.
He's done some Danny
I don't
Way
know.
shit.
I don't know what kind of
that's
slams he takes. He skates the Mega Ramp, no pads, like easy. He's scary.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he does like
Yeah.
tray
Gnarly.
flips, no grab or nothing over.
Love that.
It's
Yeah, let's watch
insane.
that for sure.
It's on the list.
There
Yeah,
we go.
it's on the list.
There we go.
So are you constantly looking out for like new talent and new kids? Because I mean, you have to be, right? I mean, you can pick them, you know, like you've
I
got
mean,
that, you've
yeah.
got that eye, you know, what, like, okay, let's start here. What was it about Cater that really just, that you were like, this is the kid, like this, he's like,
Tristan said there's this little kid that skates Pedlo. He's pretty sick, and he showed me a clip of him. He back threed into the shallow end of the bowl.
okay.
But he was so little, and the footage was kind of like a little sketchy. I thought it was the deep end. It's like a 12-foot bowl.
Oh,
And the whole time I just didn't even say anything. I was just like, oh shit, he just back threed into the off of vert ramp. Bro. You know?
yeah.
So we never talked about it. It was just in my mind, he went into the deep end.
Right.
And then that's when I, a little bit later, that was it. Nothing happened from it. And then, probably a few months later, I saw the same kid, he was hanging around outside of Beebles. And, it was just like, oh, you're the kid at the ski skate Pedlo with Zach and them, huh? And he's like, yeah, that's the park I came up at. And
Oh, wow.
I asked him about the back three, and he's like, that was the shallow end. I was like, oh shit. But it's still, for him, he was so small, still
Sure.
overhead high.
Yeah.
But then we just started talking, and then I saw him on Instagram, and I was like, damn, this kid's really good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I still strongly believe a kid who's 13 or 12, just from experience, you really don't know.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, I mean, they could take a turn at any moment,
Right.
at any age. It's just, you just never know. That's why just with Baker, I just go into it. This kid might love skateboarding to the point where he just wants to keep going and make this, his path and be a pro skater. And, or, it might go another way.
Right.
And I've seen it go both ways.
I feel like there comes a point in time where you're like, okay, he's in it.
Yeah.
Like he's
in it to win.
in it to win it.
Yeah.
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 I mean, look, I don't like I'm not talking bad about anybody, but there was a time when Evan Hernandez and Paul Rodriguez were like neck and neck.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They were both so
This is
good,
true.
young, same age. And then Evan went down this road and Paul went down, so you just,
Right.
Yeah. You really
you
don't know.
never, I mean, he was like 17, 18 and they were both, I think it was a Transworld video where they both had parts actually.
Yeah, in bloom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he started to get that real like chill style on handrails where his arms were down and he was such a natural.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wow.
But that's like with Cater, like, let me give you boards.
Yeah.
Let's start skating. But I could see pretty quickly with him, he's very gifted.
Yeah.
You know, he could skate vert. He could do every flip trick. He just pure skate rat.
Yep.
Just, you know what I mean? Like learn inverts. And I'm just like, dude, you could do anything.
It's amazing.
He's a super cool kid. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, for sure.
How old is he now?
He's 18.
Wow.
Remember he came with me when I was in there, just sitting in the corner.
Yeah, he chilled right here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love it, man. No,
But now that he's getting some power, I mean, you see it.
Dude, his footage recently,
Insane, dude.
Yeah. I was tripping. Just like a simple thing that's not simple. He did the straight on kickflip 50-50 at Beebles Park. Then that random line he did.
I know.
my God.
Yeah.
I was like, who does that? That is so gnarly. But just he's so casual, but it's powerful, man.
And his board's so big and he handles that bitch so easy.
Yeah, he rides 60s.
Bro.
He rides 60s.
60 millimeter wheels?
Yeah.
I was commenting. Remember, I was like,
on that last.
I was like, Caters rides bigger wheels than Sammy Baca? It's like, is that possible?
Oh, yeah, and the board
Holy
right
shit.
behind you, right?
Bro.
On the other side. Oh,
And then
wow.
Caters over there.
Yeah, I think Baca's 55.
And then Cater rides what, an 8, almost a 9?
8.5.
8.5?
He was all those kids, Zach, Tristan, and Cater. There was like every kid that came from Pedlo had like a really shitty setup on purpose. You know what I mean? 9-inch board, one rail rattling off, and then the trucks where they take the washers off and they're going like this with some 60s, and they're probably down to like 55s by that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're all their boards. And I honestly, it was like I had to teach. He didn't listen. Cater didn't listen, but I was teaching him. Okay, with your skill, you're going to be so much better with a board that just works. and you know, and he wouldn't at first. He was like, no, I like this board. This board's better like this. And then slowly I saw him. He wouldn't. He's never going to listen to me. But I'd see come his trucks would be a little tighter. You know, then he'd go down a little, and then but now it's clean. You know, 8.5 Ventures with some riser pads. The 60s are just what he likes.
Oh, he skates risers. What little 8-inch?
I mean, I guess you
1/8?
have to with 60s. I mean,
you definitely have to. I mean, thinking
Damn,
about
right? Yeah.
Get him.
The highs with a riser
yeah,
pad.
I think probably highs with a little riser, 60s in an 8.5.
We were talking about that the other day. Somebody called in and was like, you know, the riser pad could actually work as like a little shock absorber.
Yeah, depending on what you're using.
Never thought about that before.
Yeah, when I ride sometimes some Spitfire wheels they send me that are 97, and I feel like it's lighter on my feet when I'm skating too.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same. Anything that you can get between your skin and the concrete is helpful for me.
So what are we working on, bro? We're working on, well, let's see, Baker 4 came out. Must be working on some Vans. Let's talk about the van, because like you just said yourself, like you just wore Vans, you tagged Vans, or you know, and you got
Was I on
Vans
Vans when I came on before?
No, you were.
Oh, okay.
No. Because like, listen, a person like you, I feel like when they start wearing something, everybody just assumes they're on. Oh, he's on Vans now, right? But that wasn't the case, right? You said you were skating.
There's a lot of people on social media. I see it for all different situations where if you get a new sponsor, people are like, "Oh, you're just going after that cash, huh?" Yeah, I wish I was. I wish everybody was throwing cash at me. But that's like actually with shoe companies, that's not the case. You gotta really, to get a good spot on any one of the big shoe companies, Vans, Nike, Adidas, fucking New Balance, whatever. You better work your ass off because there are only 4 of them and there's hundreds of people trying to get on.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I kind of went into it just knowing it was time for a change. And there was really a point where I said, okay, I'm going to end this relationship with America and I'm just going to go and be unsponsored. Right. I had nothing, you know? So it was kind of, it helped me, you know, to work for it, you know, which I liked, you know, I'm like,
it's not just being handed to you, right? You're just like, you have to actually work for it.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple conversations I was having, you know, with, some shoe companies, but I was like, I think Vans is it for me. When I was a kid, I skated Vans.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people on the team, a lot of Baker guys are on the team. And honestly, I just started going out, skating Vans, trying all the different shoes. And like I didn't think it would look good to be 1 week I'm skating Adidas and next week I'm skating Vans. And I'm like, I just set a goal and just said,
I'm doing this.
Hey, whatever happens. You know what I mean? Either because I know, I mean, they have, they have Ave and they have Christian and Soy and they got, rest in peace, Grosso was there. And like, there's a whole bunch of people that until that Tony was getting on. I'm like, do they really need like another like old dude on the team? Well, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to skate. I'm going to work. I'm going to do what got me on my first sponsor.
Yeah,
totally, dude.
I mean, other than you're like Andrew Reynolds and a legend, like, do you think that like the fact that you did it through social media, I thought that was really cool, basically, that you were just wearing them on social, because you didn't have a video part that came out that had Vans, right? It was just you skating in the Vans on social media, correct?
I mean, at the end of Baker 4, I kind of was freed up to do whatever I want. So I had a couple clips, like, kind of sprinkled in the video in Vans, but it was really, that's what really did it. Cause man, big companies like that, they sit in a room and have meetings about social media.
Right. Yeah.
And they say, we need our guys doing this and we need our guys tagging this and we need our guys. And I know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, that's all you need.
Yes.
I mean, I'm skating anyway, so
that's so rad.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just glad that you recognized, or you did that way, because there's so many people that don't do it the new way. They're like, oh, I'm gonna save it and film it in a video part. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was done with Baker 4 and I thought like, okay, this will be a good goal,
Yeah.
Go out, film lines, film manuals and try out all the shoes and just show them
That's so
like,
dope.
hey,
I didn't
like
even know
I'm
you
taking
did that.
I'm taking this serious, you know what I mean? And I was in conversations with people, and then I heard through people that work there, like, hey, there's been like a little like spike in like some numbers and shit since you've been doing this. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
Love that, dude.
So sick.
So
like,
tight.
I mean, look, like, okay, so that goes away. And then, another sponsor goes away. And then, the Baker boys is like not doing as good as it was at a certain time. Hey, this is my life. I don't really know how to do anything else. So I'm like going after this with everything I got for as long as I can. I want to be like Tony Hawk,
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's amazing. We were championing too, like, on our experience show, every time you'd have a clip, or we'd always talk about, look at them in the half cabs, man. Like, because we love the half cabs over here. Like, as soon as
noticed. Yeah.
as soon as cab, listen, I was never a half cab guy, and then Cab came on our show, and like, I love Cab, and I immediately after he was on, I went out and bought a pair with
You skate half cabs?
I love them, skate them all every day.
Nice.
Every day.
Pros or the classics?
What are I don't have them on right now. I got the pros.
Probably pros.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
They're so good. And Roger and I always talk about it. And, they're starting to come out with more colorways and stuff like that. But I need more colors of that shoe. Like, that shoe is so good.
Dude, my favorite one that's out, or they're not out actually. The one that's on the wall right behind Jeron to your left.
That's what?
That's my favorite colorway.
Oh, the white ones.
Yeah, the white ones with the black tongue. Dude, if you can bring those ones back, please. Just to watch.
If you watch video days, it's just cabs. The whole majority, so many people wearing them. They look so cool. And then there's always those certain people, Stevie with the tongues popped out, or Fred Gall at Love. You know what I mean? It's like they got a good history.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a really good history with a lot of cool people wearing that shoe, making it look really, really good,
Well, you're one of them. You make that shoe look really good.
Yeah. Thank you. I like that shoe.
Dude.
I try I try a little bit of everything though. I wear the Aves and I like the skate highs, the high top ones. I kind of that's what's fun. Almost. I was wearing one Emerica Reynolds shoe for so long,
right?
Which was great. It was what I like to skate in, but now I'm kind of you feel like a kid, like, oh, which ones am I going to wear today? You know what I mean? It's fun.
That's what's rad. It's like you're coming full circle based on, you said you were skating them when you first started skating. And now like you can fucking, I'm not saying necessarily end your career skating Vans, but like here we are.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So it is coming full
It's actually kind of like Tony Hawk's story, right? Because Tony Hawk, he was never like officially on Vans, but he wore them growing up, and then he finally got on.
Yeah.
So
you know what the thing is for not so much anymore, but if you're a 30 late 30 40-year-old skater or whatever, there's that thing of, oh, the sports companies came in and that's gone. Kids don't give a shit. They love Nike and Adidas, and you know what I mean, which makes sense. It's just a totally new generation. But that's one thing I do like about Vans. You can't say anything. They're a big corporation, a huge company, but you can't say anything because Tony Alva and these dudes said, no, we want that as our shoe. The skaters chose them, not the other way around. You know what I mean? So Nike
went after it.
They went after skateboarding, but skaters went after Vans. So I'm like, even if it is a huge company, you can't say anything. The skaters were the ones who wanted them to be their own shoe,
But that goes both ways. I hear you on that though, Andrew, because look at in Animal Chin. These dudes were skating Nike highs all day, and in
Jordans.
Police
That's
Jordans,
true. Yeah, that's
and
true.
in Police Academy. So there's a lot of history behind Nike, but they weren't going after it as well. So I think at that time it was a natural thing being, I don't know, I guess, reacting to these shoes at that time. So I hear you though on the Vans thing for sure.
Wait, Jeron, were you skating when Airwalk came out and Etnies and they were a shoe for a skater?
Of course.
Yeah. How that were you?
I skated Airwalks for days,
Airwalks were sick.
The Enigmas, all those. I skated a lot of Airwalks because they were for skateboarders, and that's me at that time. That's what I thought, and I was like a little dude, and it was coming into a new world of like skateboarding, and whatever was being kind of sold to us at that time, I was like, all right, Airwalks are for skaters, cool. I'm getting Airwalks.
Wait, so when Girls started, how old were you when Girls started?
16.
16. You were like the youngest one involved, you think?
At the time, yes. Are
you older or younger than Guy?
Younger by 1 year.
1 year. Okay. All right. Yeah. I saw a photo of you pop up on Instagram the other day. You were out skating with a little crew. You look like you were like 8.
Dude, I swear. At that time, like around 12, 13, 14, bro, I looked like I was just like the littlest dude ever. No one really knew like how old I was, where I was from. They're like, who is this little fucking guy? I'm like, I love skating.
Hey, Girl and Chocolate, they're the best. Honestly, that whole that shaped all of us, like Goldfish. And even today I was watching I wanted to make sure you did what I thought you did when you did a heel flip back tail at the courthouse in the girl section in the chocolate video. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God. You guys like,
you're the man, bro.
Yeah.
You're like making me blush and shit.
No, I'm a big fan of you. I'm a big fan of you little things that you might not even know. It's a certain way that you catch your board. That's like smack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I appreciate
switch
that
heels,
shit, bro.
switch trays.
That makes me be like, I'm going out skating tomorrow. Straight up, Andrew. That's the power of like it's all about skaters supporting skaters, bro. And I've been pushing that, like, dude, that little thing right there, like that you just said to me, like that right there, just is like such a fucking strong energy right there, bro. It's just like I appreciate that, and that's why I love skateboarding so much. We all push each other, and like I said, for you even saying that randomly, like that's amazing, bro.
But you know what was cool is I don't know. I was always like the young dude, and you were always a young dude, and Guy was always a young dude. Just so to see somebody when the people we were looking up to, I mean, the age difference was nothing. But when you're, when you're 15 young, and you're when you're 15, your friends are 18. They seem like way older, but. Yeah. Like to see Guy just come up as a kid and I was like, okay, like I can do this. You know what I mean? It was good.
And to transition on based on, I'm not
no,
cut
please,
you off,
please.
But the first trip that I went on to Australia, and it happened to be me, you, and Guy, like so random. You know, no, I mean, obviously for me and Guy, yes, because we're already connected. But like, obviously, it was you, it was Gershon, it was Rodney Mullen.
What was the trick
Ryan
for?
Ryan Faber, someone, not Ryan Faber,
Ryan Wilburn.
Wilburn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So all these people came together, and I don't know how it came together, but I was on this trip with all you guys, and I was just like, wow, dude. Like, and Mike York.
Yeah, Mike York. I remember he. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, Heath was there. Heath was there.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And Heath Kershaw. God, dude, it was such a legendary
What
trip.
kind
bro.
of a trip was this? A magazine?
There's
trip?
a video. You could see the video. Okay, so what happened? This is what I remember.
Yep.
Is
Wait a minute. How old were you guys?
Fuck, I'd have to say
I was
17,
20.
18? Okay.
Okay,
20.
so then I'm about 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guy was the best. Oh my god, that guy! He had his cornrows.
Oh,
He was just.
That's when he was
Yeah,
yeah, he
okay.
was going.
Wow.
Style for days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, his
shit.
skating too.
Unbelievable.
I will get into that. So
Yeah,
what I remember, some Australian distributor or
Hardcore. I
something
believe.
like that wanted to. Okay, you remember we were being filmed by college students, though, right?
Yeah, it's like a whole documentary. It's
Yeah.
like,
So they made the documentary. So we get off the plane at the airport.
yeah.
And they're just waiting there with big TV cameras filming us. And we didn't know what we were getting into. And it was just like a regular like demo tour. But I mean, just the fact of being 20 and getting to go skate with you. I remember tricks.
Mm-hmm.
You did a switch 360 flip over a pyramid that was barely a pyramid. You know what I mean? The little bank was really steep and kicked up in like the size of your board. You remember that? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like something that was very hard to skate. I remember it was this tall, but a little tiny bank, and it was long on the top.
Yeah.
It was long on the top. Switch tray. Wow. And then guy went up a quarter pipe that was 8 feet, switched back nose blunt, front blunted in like that.
What?
You remember that?
Yeah.
Big old frontside half cab flip.
Yep.
And I also remember a guy would show up to the one demo. He tried to switch back heel a pyramid we just got out of the car. First trick, switch back heel a pyramid that had like a top that was like 8 feet long on it. Not do it, not make it, and go, fuck. I'm like, what?
Like you just got here.
Like that was ever gonna happen. But maybe it would have with him, but
That's
so good.
Hey, Andrew, was the video called Canvas?
That's it.
Yep, that was it. Yep.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing it out. Like they made a video, like VHS, right?
Yeah.
But I never saw the video.
That's how I got on 4-star.
Oh, seriously?
Look at that.
With the guy. Oh, wow.
Yeah, guy was I was hanging out with Guy and I was in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And we were smoking and stuff at the time. And
He put you on right then, I think.
No way.
he was just like, I like how you skate the demos. And I was like, thanks. You know,
that sounded like the guy I heard there.
yeah. And I was like, thanks. And he's like, hey, I'm going to talk to Rick. And then when I get home, I get you on 4-star. I was like, hell yeah, this is sick.
Dude, 4-star was so good.
Dude,
It was.
so sick.
Guy was like, yo, we should put Gershon on. I was
Oh
like,
no, he was
wow.
because he was really Gershon. First of all, was fucking that tour up. Like every demo,
Yeah.
Gershon would shut it down and really just handle it and do what he does. And man, he impressed Guy. That's for sure. He impressed me too. I mean, the guy was phenomenal at that time.
Yeah, man.
Andrew was right there with him. I mean, Andrew shut down the demos as well. So
I always remember this joke that Guy made. We went to these Australian guys' house and they were giving us hash off like a knife.
The spoons and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, off of like you burn it, and some smoke comes off of it, and then after like the 10th or 15th one, Guy looks at the guy and he's like, "What are you gonna do to us?"
You got us so high.
The whole thing, it was
legendary, dude.
Yeah, it was
What a time! What a time, man!
What an amazing trip. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like back in the
I
day,
don't even know how you see it actually. Like really, unless you have a VHS, somebody probably.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I just saw it not that long ago. It's on
Really?
YouTube. Yeah, put in Canvas. It's there.
We'll have to check it out. We'll have to review
Canvas.
it. We'll have to review it on that.
Yes, dude. On Sunday, let's
We're
go.
going to review this.
Oh, video review.
And so, what is it about? It's a documentary of just your tour, or
just us going over there and skating. That was it.
wow.
But like, how was the filming? Because you said it was like kind of these big ass cameras and just college students.
Probably not great.
No.
They wouldn't know. They weren't knowing how to film skateboarding, so they'd be like far away filming shit. And,
Who would they like for them to? How would that tour even happen? They'd have to contact somebody.
On the documentary, there's like Mike York arguing with. Was that Sasha guy there? Was that? Remember that guy that used to be around skateboarding a lot? Sasha Steinhorst? I don't know. I remember on the documentary, York has a big old bag of weed. He's arguing like, "No, this is mine," like or something like that.
I gotta watch this. Holy shit!
It is a pretty funny video, man. Straight up.
Damn. So that wasn't the first time you met Andrew, was it?
Dude, that probably.
Oh, really?
I'm
probably
not sure.
was.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Wow.
I've always felt like tight with Jeron since then, just from that one experience. Every time we've seen him, like, like,
isn't that amazing?
For sure.
That's awesome.
I mean, I feel the same way.
Who else? That was like Survivors.
Oh shit,
dude.
How long was the trip?
Dude, it had to be like 2 weeks or maybe a good 10 days, give or take.
Yeah.
Was Mapstone there?
Was Mappy there? He had to have
Probably
because it was a hardcore trip, or maybe that was before Mappy. Shit, I don't know, dude. I can't remember if he was there. I don't think he was. I remember.
Guy broke a champagne glass on his head at the dinner.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Remember that?
Yeah.
On Mappy's
now that
head?
you said it, no.
No, on his
head.
own head.
Oh, on his own. He smashed it. Wow, must be some kind of fucking dinner.
Yeah.
was
He had a
really
beanie
nice.
on, but he was like, basically the point I think he was trying to get across. It was like a little small altercation back then. I mean, everybody was wild, but like there was like an altercation about to happen. And I think the point he was trying to say is like,
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy.
Watch it. I'm crazy.
God, I love that, man. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow, man. So everything else going good though? Baker going good, you guys? Oh, what I was going to ask Baker for, is this a Vans thing you're going to film for, or is this are you not going to tell us?
I mean, no, I want it to be Baker, like a couple Baker. I mean, my goal over this year and maybe, just forever, I guess, is just, whoever wants to put out a part, or maybe two guys want to put out a little video, just small videos constantly coming out.
Right.
Definitely this year, maybe early next year, and just see who wants to do one. I know Tristan wants to do a part. Jacopo's got a bunch of footage from Italy. He wants to do a part. So just little Baker videos. Cause that one was, that was like an hour and 15-minute video, and it was hard for me to edit and like, time consuming and stuff. I'd rather just focus on like little projects,
At the end of the day, you guys switched to HD, Baker 4. How did you like it? Like you said, you did the editing and everything. How did you like it?
It's a little long.
It's just a little long. Okay.
From like a outside point of view, it's hard to say when you sit there and look at everything for so long. I like it.
But did you like the look of it, like the HD and because
these like I had some of the stuff color corrected. It looked a little off, something that nobody else would probably even notice. You can't even watch the video on YouTube. It's like the only place you could watch Baker 4 is if you go to thrashermagazine.com and find it, and you can watch it there.
Wow.
Complications with music and stuff.
Sure.
Kind of been, but if I feel like if somebody wants to watch it, they'll watch it.
They'll find it.
But,
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
It's challenging to fit 18 people in a video in a way that you want to do right by everybody.
Absolutely.
So I just tried my best, and I don't even edit video. I don't even like editing.
What was that, Raj?
I don't.
And have good music.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So I like how it came out. I edited it like, this may sound weird, but from my heart, I just put it together, what I thought was cool and the way I thought the guys look cool. And if nobody likes it, I don't really care.
I think everybody liked it. It was fucking great, man.
Definitely.
But I know what you're saying though, man. Because pretty sweet. For instance, they tried to fit everybody in there, and people's footage got left out, and there was some hurt feelings, and like there was it's very hard to accomplish what you're talking about, and have everybody stoked.
Making a video making a video with 3 or 4 people or 3 is much easier. You can keep it loose, use as much as you want. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that Johnny video that came out, it was like 4 guys and some friends, good length, easy to watch. Everybody had those parts are like 3 songs each, and you don't even notice. It's just so I don't know. I'm just want to focus on shorter stuff.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good.
So. I think that's where we're at.
Because also, like you said, whoever wants to get in on it can get in on it, and then film for however long they want. And if they can't get in the first one, maybe they get in the second one, or whatever.
Right.
Line. So
and it gives them that shine, dude.
It gives them the shine, man. Yes.
You don't get lost in the mix.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Let me see what kind of questions I got for you guys.
Oh, please do, man. Well,
this is amazing.
We definitely pulled clips that we want to play too. But if you have questions
go ahead.
No. If you have questions for us, man.
No. But since it's just you guys, you 3 are there. So I want to know, not that if there was one skater when you were young and really impressionable that you were like, I want to be like that. That's who I want to be like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Eric Austin.
For me, Eric Austin.
Yeah.
And that was did you even try to wear the shoes, the Costins? And
I did. I got the. Well, this was the time. This was 101. He was wearing Chukka boots.
Okay.
I grew up with that, and I just loved Eric Austin. I wanted to skate like him. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeron,
Never accomplished it, but yeah.
You did. Some of that stuff you do. Actually, on curbs right now is insane. Some
amazing,
of that stuff you're doing.
dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Wait,
that,
did you have to learn how to slappy?
Yeah. I never slappied in my life, Andrew.
Me neither.
No. Raj and that, I would, funny, I would talk shit about them, the curbs and the rails and the, fun, funny, talking shit in a fun way. You know what I mean?
I remember you being somewhat embarrassed to put rails on.
Oh, dude. I didn't want anybody to see my board. It's if somebody's going to take a photo or film, I'd have them film from the others. Truly, I didn't want, and then I just embraced it, but I did have to learn how to do it. And it's been so much fun because I don't want to go around and drive to the Inland Empire and do all this stuff. I'm busy here and I just want to go have fun with my friends. So trying to learn how to slappy crook and do this.
So good.
It was fun. It's addicting, it's like a whole new thing.
When I see people go up for a slappy session, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hang back. I can't do it. I actually I missed that whole window. I could slappy a curb back.
Sure.
Front side, my board just stops at the curb.
That's me too. It's funny because Shane, I'm like, yo, tell Drew to get down here, but he's like, man, Drew ain't coming down here. Man. He don't want to come down. I'm like, okay. But Shane's killing it too on the slap. He's learning all that stuff, man. It's so fun, bro.
It really is.
It really looks like it.
Opens up another level,
It's fun.
Jeron, how about you when you were?
Oh, for me, younger. Early on, especially coming from the Valley, for me, it was Guy, because I was around 11.
I knew it.
I was around 11 years old, and I remember seeing him on a few different occasions, and one being in the back of where a Valsurf was in Northridge. It's no longer there, but there was a little loading dock, and he did a backside nose grab 360, and I was like, that dude is the fucking shit.
Yes.
And ever since then, I was just like, this guy, and people would talk about him and this and that, and I was just like, fuck, man.
Wait, how old was Guy when you saw him?
He was 11.
Oh, he was 11.
He was wow. I was it's around me being 10, him being, because he was always a year older. So, Guy was my influence.
I find it funny, and we'll get to you, Kelly, in a second. I find it funny how we can all be around the same age, but for some reason, me being away from you guys, we're the same age pretty much, but I looked up to you guys, and you guys looked older than I did,
right?
But we all came up you guys were coming up first when I was coming up behind.
And that's why it was for Guy, because he was already in that level of coming up, and it wasn't even to the point where he was on PAL yet. It was it just in the level of that's that Valley skater. He's fucking gnarly. But
he looked older, right? He looked like he's light years ahead.
Yeah, totally.
I always tripped.
Oh, actually, Jeron, the Canvas tour, I didn't meet you, but I did watch you guys come through the Tampa skate park. Rudy Johnson, Guy.
On some sort of it might have been a tour, right?
Yeah. You guys, it was a small tour. It was only 3 or 4 of you guys. Clyde was there. You guys did a demo.
Yep.
And I was there. I watched you guys that day.
Wow.
But I was like, oh shit, that was sick.
Amazing.
Damn.
Gosh.
What about
Kelly,
you?
who you got?
Dude, so I started skating right when like Mouse and Trilogy came out. Like those are the first videos I kind of saw, but like I remember seeing Costin and wanting to dress like him at that era where he had his shoe just came out. We're like, what are those shoes, bro?
Which shoe?
Yeah, we didn't even know what that was yet. And
Which one though?
Oh, the Costin one.
Oh, Costin one.
And then the Sal's, the 23s, and it was just like, that was it. Fat laces. I remember one time my friend making fun of me because I tried to push like Costin. It's like, you don't push like Costin. Stop doing that shit.
But it's true though. He was like a well-dressed dude.
Yeah.
And like he looked good on his skateboard.
Yeah.
He's just looked like he could do anything.
Like I look back at photos of me as a kid. And I wore his exact outfits that he was basically wearing in Mouse. And I was like, wow.
That's what you do. That's how I was. For me, Matt Hensley and Mike Vallely.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
This was probably before. Maybe I was skating younger, but Matt Hensley with the cargo shorts.
Oh, big time.
And the chain wallet.
Right.
And I was just like, dude, this dude is the coolest guy ever.
Shackle me not. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's crazy to me too, because you guys. I mean, Chris, you're a little later, but like Jeron and Andrew, you were like in the first videos that I saw, which is fucking. I always told Jeron, like, I'm like, dude, I can't believe I'm here hanging out with you, dude. It's like the coolest thing.
Amazing, bro.
But, yeah,
Holy shit.
Like I said, I grew up on, blind video days, and then the World Camp and the blind, and then Birdhouse, like watching you, Andrew, like skating, and was it Feasters, the one where Willie Santos had the Yellow Submarine song and you had the part? Was that Feaster? What was
I had a part in not Feasters, but the ones after that, like two, one called Ravers and one called
Ravers.
That was it.
Yeah, and then one called Untitled.
Untitled, yeah. I think Ravers, like that was the one that I grew up watching, like religiously too.
Dude, my
Those
favorite.
And again, like seeing you,
videos.
like we're kind of around the same age, and seeing you, obviously you looked older to me, but we're like kind of the same, but I could relate to you know what I mean? Like it's this weird, and that's why I think kids nowadays look up to kids like Cater because they're the same age. They can relate,
Yeah, totally.
So here, look at this, bro. Speaking about Untitled, bro.
Oh shit!
Yes, we got a broken arm. While skating.
Wait, so what video is this from?
This is Untitled.
This is a Birdhouse? What video? What's it? Who made it?
This is the Birdhouse.
Tony Hawk made this. It's a Birdhouse video.
Oh, okay. This is poor on time. Sorry for the question.
No, no worries.
Yeah.
I like those high top airwalks though.
Dude.
No, you know what is this? I actually think about this pretty often in my life. I'm like, I have never had kickflip frontside 5-0 grinds ever again. And I always saw opportunities like, oh, well, maybe I could go over to the ledge and do that. Nope.
No. That was like, one and done.
Yeah, that one just went right up into, I don't know.
That's so
You weren't
funny.
even thinking about it, bro. It just happened. Like, easy.
Yeah, I gotta try that again.
You should.
Because it became more comfortable to kickflip to a backside 5-0 because the board kind of goes that way a little for me.
Yep.
And then I never could get that back. This was a little school that Willie used to skate all the time in San Diego. Him and Willie and Ocean used to just take me everywhere skating. Yeah.
Fucking Ocean
Howl, man. Wow.
Imagine that. They told me the two AMs on the team are going to be you and Ocean. I'm like, what? What? Are you insane? Like, you know what I mean?
This is go ahead, please.
No, Ocean was the best. He just picked me up, take me skating, and I just watched and think like things are just okay. Pop, style, slide my tricks further. I'm going back to Florida and getting to work. Like, oh my, like it's like every time I would leave California, I'd go home and I got to get better.
Yep. Concerto in X minor, man. This is a Reynolds I first saw, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? He stepped off his board and switched his like what?
And then you went back to switch, which is amazing.
That was seriously so fucking sick.
It's incredible.
I love it.
I'm really actually glad that you put this one up because out of all these old clips, what was this in? Same
This
video?
is Feasters. No.
Stevie.
It could have been Ravers.
It could have been Ravers. I think it's Ravers, actually.
Stevie stopped me and was like Stevie, I've hung with him quite a lot, and he's always up in my ear, like saying something to me, like I just like sticks with. He winked at me one time. I'm just like,
and that stuck with me.
Oh my
yes.
God, yeah.
But he told me about this clip. He's like, when you did the fakie nose grind crook and then you jumped off your board with both feet. He's like, I used to do shit like that all the time. And I was like, yeah, because he was like basically confirmed, like, yeah, you're just trying to get some, whatever.
Totally.
So sick.
I don't even know why I did that.
But it came natural, bro. It didn't look like it was like, okay, whatever. That was natural as shit when you did it. So we'll
trying to
take
get to the switch flip. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because it just
It's so tight.
it is.
it's so like, I mean, even as a kid, this stood out to me. I was like, no way.
That's cool because
insane, man.
I watch a lot of old skate videos. I've been watching Kareem's part in 20 shot sequence like over and over, and I'm like, I lost a little of like the like those are like the fact that you remember that makes me want to just say like, okay, fuck it, just get like, let's just get a bunch of shit and just put it out. You know what I mean? Because like maybe those little things are gonna be the things that the people remember over everything being so.
Of course, Andrew, like you're your own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? I think that some of the shit that you like, even with the line you were speaking on earlier,
exactly,
bro. If we were to see that, we'd be like, bro, that shit was dope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
the thing in the first time you did it might something stand out in that you didn't even really think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just looks so natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it's weird what stands out.
Yeah. And what you think is the way it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Man, because Kareem and Hav have this thing that they do where they like, I don't know if the board is so small or the time period or it's like they don't even really want to be on their board. But Hav does it in the Supreme Cherry video too, where he's just like kind of, you know what I mean? He's just trying to get off his board. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like they're tacking and just just
get it done.
It's so sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up to, this is a good one, man. This is Baker 2G, the UCI Hubbas.
Ooh.
Oh, blunt.
Blunt. I mean, those things are big, dude.
They still are big.
Well, yeah,
dude.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, back then it was just had an idea, go grab Beagle, and just kind of like that day just went and did it. That little piece of wood didn't do anything either.
It didn't look like it did it now. Well, you got a little bit of.
Yeah, true.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, back blunt. That's a random trick,
dude.
I never really liked back blunts.
I gotta say, man, I've up until recently I'd never filmed with Beagle. I just know him. Getting to like film, he came down to the beach and filmed a clip of me, and just getting to film with him was like. First of all, it was like an honor, but then it was like, wow, I can really kind of see what all these Baker guys kind of go through with him behind the camera because he's so hyped
energy
on damn near everything. He's like, he just throws it out there. And like, that's so important to have like behind the camera. It's like, it can make or break your skateboarding that day, you know?
Oh, for sure. We've been through everything. I've been through times where, I actually asked him pretty recently. I said, are you, he's our age or whatever, maybe a few years younger. Are you still, enjoying this and filming and it's a whole new group of kids? And he's like, yes, I love it just as much as I always did. I feel like I'm part of a whole history of something. He's just as excited as he was filming that.
I love it.
Wow. And he truly is. He doesn't want to do anything else. I'm like, man, that's amazing.
It's hard.
That's right.
I mean, he's never lost that passion. It's fucking incredible, man. Because we all go through little phases.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he filmed that back blunt right there.
Beagle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild, right? Like,
oh my
he's
God,
filming all that stuff back then and still filming with you now. That's like,
oh, amazing.
I mean, he's such a part of Baker in my eye, like as any of the skateboarders are.
Oh, for sure. Shane too.
Like Shane.
Oh,
there
Shane,
you go.
fuck yeah.
Shane.
Imagine the session.
Oh my God.
I try one thing. I barely come close, and Beagle's like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, like nothing. Even I'm not even. We're not even there yet. And then Shane's like on the side,
hype,
just getting everybody fired up.
Yeah.
So it's like something that
it's magic.
You know.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's it's those like that's the crew, and then Shane does that for everybody. You know what I mean?
Dude, Shane is such a ball of energy in the best way. Like. He can bring, if you're having a bad day, you're going to have a good day if you're around him.
Yeah.
Real shit.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
We'll turn it around for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It was so funny because like I've always, listen, it takes an eye to capture all the stuff that Beagle captures, not skateboarding, but just everything that's happening around him.
Definitely.
And like when we were down at the beach filming, I saw it happen. And there was this like homeless man. He was like rummaging through the trash, and he like found this like, cigarette butt or whatever. And like Beagle went up to him, like put the camera in his face, but then tried to shield the wind so the guy could light the cigarette.
yeah.
And like I'm dying laughing because like I'm witnessing what Beagle does like on a regular basis, capturing this stuff, and I'm like. The guy had no idea that the camera was in his face because he was shielding the wind. Like he was so good at it that the guy didn't even notice that the camera
was being filmed.
It was just incredible to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wow, that's what Beagle does. It's fucking crazy, man.
That's awesome. I had a question for, like, you skated UCI a lot, and that was such a hot spot back then, and there's only a handful of people hitting that. What was it like back then going there? Would you go there and see like, oh, there's Rowley trying to skate this gnarly thing over there, I'm going to go do this, or what was it like back then?
Nobody was ever there when we would go there. It was more, for me, it was like we had a secret Heath playground. Like honestly, that was Heath's school. Yeah, and we all knew that, but we were like, like there is so much shit to skate in there. Like at the time, I mean, you could skate around that thing, and then the brown square rails, and then you'd go everywhere.
The 6-stair rail, the 6-stair rail.
Yeah, the other side.
Yeah, then there's the rail you can go over, like a 7-stair rail. I think you nollie front heeled it. And then around from that corner is the rail you kick up no slid. There's like no run up.
Then there's a thing that Heath front tailed the forward down a big curb rail, and then I like ollied over into some.
That's right.
Some like rocky bank thing.
4-in-1 cover. I think wasn't that a 4-in-1 cover?
Yeah, it was.
Because there's so much shit to skate
so
there.
we would just go there and just go skate around and just hit all kinds of stuff. And it wasn't even honestly not that I remember it was much of a bust or anything. But that we looked at it as like that's Heath's school, and we were all fans of him, so we just go skate there.
Did you witness any tricks of him go down there?
No, he skates alone.
Oh wow! Yeah,
Heath was probably watching you guys from the rooftop.
He might have been.
What are these guys doing over there?
There's one ledge that he 50-50'd there. It comes out of like a library or something, and that you have to clear a 2-stair.
Yep.
That is one of the craziest 50-50s I've ever seen, dude.
And the thing is when he was doing it, it was before people were doing things that big, so you don't really know. He didn't really know what the slam was going to be like. Or now you see people how they get out of it, or they run down the.
Oh yeah.
Rail skating has become such an amazing. I mean, Foy and them, the way they do it, how safe they are about.
It's crazy.
I mean, people take bad slams, but Jamie, the way he can do it.
Oh my God, man.
He knows his like the shape of his truck and wheel in where the wax needs to be. He's like a scientist. He's good at that alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To watch him like test something with his hand and it like, okay, little grippy there, a little bit of wax. He'll do that for a long time before he even gets into it.
Wow. Yeah, he's special with it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Here's another spot that's kind of synonymous with the Baker team is the Wilshire.
Oh wow!
You guys,
yes.
I feel like you guys, I mean, from the outside looking in, I was like, you guys are there like every night. Probably not. But, you know what I mean though? Like,
No, it looked like it.
It looked like
sure.
it though.
Yeah, that was our spot. There was like it was a short window too, and they opened it back up, and everybody was skating it like crazy. Of like, I don't even know, probably 10 years ago now.
Sure.
Yeah, we love that spot. I mean, as far as if you're gonna jump a 15 stair, that's the one.
That is
that
the one.
front side. That frontside flip was wild too. Like,
Dude, you
look at that.
skirted out of
Yeah,
that.
Skirt.
Like,
Control like no other though. Real shit.
I was more a little like sloppy, like kind of probably wanting to get back to the house and get drunk or something. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Jim's girlfriend is in the back. She goes, ah!
Oh really?
It's like loud. Yeah, this loud scream.
Yeah, but to me that adds that flavor.
Yeah.
You know, that adds that, you know, that Reynolds, that thing, you know. It's not perfect. It's not
All my shit's gonna be sketchy from now on.
but but you know where I'm coming from though. It's like when you see other skaters and you're like, oh, I like that little that little thing or
That works.
It works.
Yeah,
man.
for that part at that time, I was just, you know, probably if that would have been around like America, like completely sober, like I probably would have redone it, but I don't think I had it in me at that time. Like, okay,
Let me
let's wrap it up
again. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question because I was very in tune with like watching you guys in the videos and stuff like that. Like I said, from Mouse Trilogy, and then like watching you in 4-in-1s and stuff. But when did this spot come about? Because I don't remember it in the old videos, and I only remember seeing it through you guys and like when Medic Mahdi came out in Baker 2. Was there like someone that skated before?
Gonz no slid it in blind video
Yeah,
days.
he did a no slide. Yeah.
And then when you guys like kind of came across it later on, like, yo, we needed to hit this spot, or like, how did that?
We were skating Wilshire one day and with us, I don't know, probably me and Jim and Eric or whoever, and I was with Jay Strickland, and we came around and I kickflip it in a Baker bootleg video,
Oh, okay.
just a straight kickflip, and I was like, one of those spur of the moment things, like, damn, like we just kickflipped to 15. This is sick. Like, there's a good set. Like, and then knew about it from them, you know?
Yeah.
Just kind of like, oh, that spot with the 10 and the 15 is good. And then just started, you know, just going back and
Was it a bus?
Jim. I mean, Jim. We used to pay off security guards and like just make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jim owns it to me though. With the Gloria and Baker 2G,
yeah.
backside flip, back nose blunt, switch frontside flip, back lip to 15.
Yeah.
Dude, that nollie backside flip might be one of the best ones ever done.
Nollie backflip.
Yeah, he did that so amazingly good.
Proper as fuck.
I mean, it's true that you say that. To me, it was like you guys all owned this spot. Like this was like the Baker spot, you know?
He's talking about amongst themselves, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
But yeah,
I
agree.
It was just like, well,
that's
that's a Baker set.
I'm glad it looks that way from the outside because that's, I mean,
That's how I perceived it.
I put a rest in peace video about Wilshire when they pour the 40 out when they tried to stop it.
Right.
And one of the ends of like a credits of this clip is sick though. Terry is the best.
He's the best.
He really is.
Yeah, this is a cab. You cabbed it.
Jeez, dude.
I mean, this is look how
Yeah, the
high
one
you
to,
popped.
Yeah.
Like how long does that take to cab that?
I went over to the 10 and probably cabbed it like 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
Which
10.
At that stage in my life, 10 was like fairly friendly or whatever.
Sure.
So like it wasn't a big deal to cab the 10. So I just did it. And then just probably walked over there and did it maybe like 3 or 4 tries.
Because like you said, there was kind of you guys would maybe pay off security guards and stuff like that and probably just endlessly get kicked out all the time, depending on who was there and everything. But was there like a certain price that these security guards had?
Jim was the one
He was a
usually dealing with that.
He was a negotiator.
There's such good footage of him I put together in this part where he just is like acting wild. It's a whole part of him acting wild. And earlier, a security guard told him some ridiculous price or whatever. And the footage that Beagle gets is really far back. He's filming Jim talk to the security guard up at the top. And Jim reminds him of earlier what he said. And Jim says, he goes, remember when you said that earlier? That's when I wanted to smack you. He reminds him about something he said hours earlier that's when he wanted to smack him.
By the way, Jim's video that he just came out with, what was Glass Carousel?
Oh man,
That was great.
So cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super
That's the
sick.
type of stuff that
skating.
Bro, and that's the type of stuff that we're talking about earlier is like not seeing Jim for so long and then having him come out with these parts and these pieces that he's doing. It's like, oh my God. It's like so refreshing and like it's just so glad to see.
You got the audio on Terry right here, or can you hear the audio?
No, we don't have the audio pulled. We always get
He's gangbanging. He's gangbanging right there.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, he's putting it out there right there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you guys
that kid passed away, poor kid. That's
Really?
Damn.
Man.
You guys look like you're always just having such a great time, man. I think that's what also just kind of attracted myself to you guys, you know. It's like, man, these guys are just always having fun. Like
Dude,
this is
when
how skating should be.
Yeah, when Baker 2 came out, dude, I watched the skaters and everyone just shift into that direction, dude. It was like, you guys really did a great, like, you made some great skateboarding happen, man. It was really cool.
Thank you.
No doubt.
These clips are the Bursey
Transworld video, yeah.
Oh yeah, feedback. I love that part, dude. That part is great.
So good.
Dude, I was out there, I think, when you did maybe the back three around that time. We had a crew of us out there. I don't know what we were filming for, but I remember coming across you.
Well, because we got both of them. We got this too.
There's
a back three.
Go back to the kickflip for a sec.
Okay.
I don't think at that time that was another thing where we were in Paris and we just walked up to that spot. That wasn't a spot.
Oh, wow.
It was a ledge spot.
Yeah, I mean it's a little wax. Even the little bottom stairs waxed right there. Yeah,
no, you changed it up with jumping off that for sure.
But I broke my board and that was on an 8, and I think that's why the kickflip like kind of did a better like downward kickflip because it was an 8. I was riding probably the bigger board at the time, 8.5 or like 8 1/4. And somebody's like, I got this 8. I tried it and I was like usually my that's what I'm looking for is the board to be more down. You know?
Yeah.
I think most people would prefer the board. And
like that, you wanted like that, like
yeah. I don't know if it was because it was an 8 or what, but I was like,
it worked.
And I'm like struggling here. I hear myself come up. I was on a train going all around Europe, and we were smoking constant weed, and I had like bronchitis or something. Like I was, you know, like that cough where you're coughing up yellow. You can hear it when I come up right here. I'm like,
oh my god!
Well, like how many tries did that take you?
Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was about to say not many.
And then the
that's what. Hey, another little backstory about that.
Yeah,
is
please.
There was a French photographer down at the bottom, and he got a sequence of it. We used it for a birdhouse ad, and Jake told me, he's like, when I saw that kickflip, I said, I'm giving this guy Skater of the Year.
No way.
Yeah, that one
was
right there.
That was the year that you got it.
Yeah, that one kickflip. Wow. He's like, I saw that. I said, I'm giving this. He didn't even know. We didn't, you know, I mean, I knew him, but like,
wow.
I would like to hear him tell me that later on.
That's amazing.
Wow, dude.
Damn, dude. That was from, feedback, like you said. These other ones are from Stay Gold.
Brian pressed record on that one.
Brian Herman?
Yeah. I got up at like 8 a.m. I was like, let's fucking go right now. Like I went there to do that.
The back heel or the back 3?
Flew out there to do that.
Oh, just both of them.
Probably both, because that's when I had been clean for a long time, and I'm like super focused. Probably the most I've ever been in my life.
Wow,
amazing.
But I was back healing everything. You know, I was back healing every set of stairs. When I was in this skate mode, the only thing I would do would be back 3 or back heel. You know what I mean?
Dude, look how high.
You popped the shit out of that.
Not only, come on, bro. You're
There's a picnic table up there?
I know.
You got to do it like that to make it smack your feet hard enough to where it'll stay with you. I always tell myself that, like, pop like you're fucking popping a table right now. That's going to stay with you.
Wow. I mean, that stayed with you, bro.
Good advice right there, yeah.
I tried to ollie that set after I got done, too, and got smoked.
Which one?
Right
the
after.
one was like...
The whole set.
Oh, shit.
The whole thing?
Yeah, like if you see in the back heel, the one that there, yeah. Because I'm coming from like 1 or 2 below that.
Yeah.
Or no, 1, because you see that one's a bench on top. I was like, hey, let's ollie this. I kicked away twice.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, so you did that and then went straight to try to ollie it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you already got the trick, so you might as well just.
The
But are you working your way up? I mean, you woke up at 8.
No.
You just went straight for it.
Probably
Flat
the
ground.
previous weeks, I had just been back heeling every single skate park stair and like a psychopath until
You're getting ready.
Yeah, until it just feels like that I have this super down. Maybe I might have done the 3 block or 2 block or something. I don't really remember.
Right.
But I probably would ollie the 5 and try to take it as lightly as possible. Like a trick I learned for jumping is like you like slow down in my brain, like when I'm in the air, like, okay, it's coming. And just try to like land like it's like just like you get, I don't know.
Like a feather, like you're trying, like
yeah. I'm trying to like take it as light as possible. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know how to bend, bro. A lot of people, especially myself, I don't. My legs can't do that. I can't bend down like that.
And that's what I was gonna say.
wow.
Is like
You know?
I couldn't get up from that.
It's straight up.
You know what I mean?
I've been like sitting like that watching TV and stuff since I was a little tiny kid. You know
well,
what I
there
mean?
you go, man.
There you
Jeron,
go.
tell your kid to sit like
I'm
that
gonna
watching
definitely
TV.
pass the advice if you want to be fucking loose with it.
No, I just can't.
Jeez.
I always tripped out on you, like how you would just impact like that, but then stand back up. Like I could.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do that.
Yeah.
I did the back 3 4 times because I was like kept doing like things like that weren't.
And
I
you're
don't know, like
You didn't feel
little tweaks and stuff. I did that one twice too.
and your feet are flat as fuck on the board when you land. Like for me, for some reason when I bend down, my fucking heels bend up.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a flat foot. My ankles can't do that.
Your tendons are not loose.
It's so weird, but like
I'll have Neen hit you up after this.
dude, I must have like real shit. It's probably some stretching I have to do. Definitely. I mean,
I hit him up today. Like, look, I don't want to really work out before I go skate because then I'm going to be tired. What do? He gave me a whole thing. That's what he does. So I'm like,
sick.
It's like so cool that to have somebody like him that's a close friend who knows about the food, knows about like
Everything.
like what's going to heal what and when and timing. And you know what I mean? And even Dr. Eddie was telling me, you know, he's like, there's certain times of the day when you may perform better.
Yeah.
If you're like, you know, later, you may be more awake or you may be more alert or, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Functioning better. It's funny. My neighbor, he's kind of like a workout guy, kind of just a health dude. And like the other day he was like, hey man, you know, is this guy Neen Williams? I'm like, yep, that's my boy. Yep. That dude's fucking ill.
He's like, I'm paying attention to that guy.
Yeah. He's like, that guy's dope, man. I like that
He
guy.
definitely is, man.
We pulled this clip here just because not only is the skating great, but you just look good in these half caps, bro.
You know, the funny thing is doing all those jumps and all that stuff when I was like extremely focused, like that's all I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, like the few clips I've been getting lately, I've been getting a lot more enjoyment out of the ones I've been getting now than I ever have before in my life.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, like then the only feeling I would have, like the back 3, the back heel, is I'm like Spock. We're done. Let's go. Next thing.
Sure.
No kind of enjoyment or the meal or nothing. What? Okay, out of my life. What's next?
You're hitting. You just keep it. Right.
The last few things I've been getting with Beagle, I'm like, oh shit, we did that. That was sick. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a good feeling.
I will say that all of your new footage that you're putting out lately looks like you're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying like these Instagram clips it makes me happy, or you know, I'm like stoked when I see them because I'm like,
Well, after
this
my
just looks
part, I'll
fun,
put them
man.
all out separately for you.
As you should.
You just send him this. Yeah.
Straight up.
Dude.
I love this. I love this spot right here. I kept going back there and trying to do different lines. You know, I started like.
That's so sick.
I was in this little phase right here where I would like.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Those Kyle Walkers, man, those things are sick. That's a good shoe.
Yeah.
Like if you want a Vans with a little more padding, that Kyle Walker 1 is a great shoe.
Are you more of like a vulcanized? Do you like vulcanized more or cup sole? Personally,
I like the way Volk looks more, and if I just want to look fresh in the footage, then I'll just wear whatever. Because if somebody's like, we're gonna go look at this like 10 today, like I could probably like pull something off down a set of 10. You know what I mean? Then I might want some of those.
Right.
oh, okay.
Like a cup, a little more protection. But if we're just like some manuals or some bumps or something, then like I'll just wear some half cabs or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. You're tucked right there, bro. That's a good.
I drew a picture of that the night before, like the bump, the 2 cans stacked up, kind of like how it was going to go. And then I went and did it.
It's funny. That just reminds me of something that you would kind of do when you were like a kid, like stacking up boards or something. Like I can ollie this board, so I'm going to put another one there. Like I'm going to ollie this trash can. I'm gonna put another one there.
Yeah, I've never seen a trash can on its side on top of a trash
Like
can.
I'm just gonna put another. I got this, bro.
So tight.
Got that around the corner right there.
Yeah, that's some like little kid mentality.
That's what I'm saying. Like I love
Back
it.
that shit up.
I love it, man.
It's kind of cool. We're reverting back, into what we did when we were younger, man. And like, it's acceptable. Everything is acceptable these days. There's no holds bar of what you cannot do on your skateboard right now.
It's crazy.
It's so cool.
Carlsbad, of course. This is Nollie 360.
This is before there was parks everywhere. So for this one, I would go to the Santa Monica courthouse, go as fast as I could. For some reason, ollie up the high side of the stage and then nollie cab off the stage.
Yeah.
Going in the opposite direction that you normally. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. Now I probably would have been better off going off the tall side, but
no.
Yeah,
But
dude,
I feel like that was people did that a lot. I skated off that side too for some reason. It felt
it's just it's just good. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
don't-
a good
The
little,
flow for some reason.
yeah. No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
So you would
I'd
go there
and ollie up and then nollie cab off, ollie up, nollie cab off, and then maybe on the weekend or during the week, and then on the weekend like, hey, let's go try to get it. I had to go back for this a few times.
Oh, did you?
Maybe 2 or 3. I remember it was kind of hard.
So this was the earlier. This was what, Baker 3. What is this? What's this from?
Probably
Baker 3. Baker 3.
Yeah, Baker 3.
So this is still when they had the other gap there. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it fenced
No
off?
one
Right
really
there?
skated that though.
That
Yeah, I think-
small one?
Oh,
No, after when they were skating this, no one was skating the smaller one.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that before everybody was skating the
Smaller one, yeah.
Yeah.
Cost
way
and
back.
backside flip and all that
Trainwreck
stuff.
Trainwreck used to tell us that a local legend, tried to ollie to grind on the straight ledge out at the bottom, and then in that when he hit the ground, sparks came off of him.
Of him?
Not the trucks on the ledge.
You're like Trainwreck. I just the science doesn't add up.
You could have studded belt.
There you go.
Studded belt.
Yeah, that
Nollie cab is an easy trick to get to throw away.
Is it?
I feel like a full cab would be.
Like they're the same. It's a very easy trick to pose. Like, oh, spin it, and then you don't. But to make it, it's a certain thing where you have to do 2 motions. You have to do a nollie half cab,
Yep.
and then like finish it like a switchback 180. But it has to be 2 things: up and then bow the way around. If you do, and then the problem is you just start flailing them, and it just won't.
Yeah, because there's not too many people that have those like that. Real shit.
Not that to do a nollie 360 that well is fucking difficult. That's what I'm saying. A full cab feels like a lot of people just throw that out there, you know, and do a full. But nollie 360, it's difficult.
I feel like the only
I was
person
hyped on that one.
I feel like the
Dude,
only
it's so
person I would
sick.
see do that would be Kenny Hoyle. He used to do a nollie caballero. I think it was, or not caballero.
Nollie 360.
Nollie 360.
I just got it. I just was trying to be like Penny, but like, he did it down. You know, he did it down a little 8 in San Diego, and he lands like all straight, and his body keeps turning.
Yeah.
And he would do pyramids, and that's where I kind of like saw how he did that motion.
Well, here in this is skateboarding. You did here you full cabbed it. Boom. Did you like that one? I mean, you went off into the grass.
If I was putting my hands down, then I'm like probably like struggling in some kind of like coke party phase.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You're like, Yeah,
so, I remember that I was feeling pretty rough this day.
Gotcha.
And I'm just like, we got it. Let's go.
Right. Okay. Just like the front side flip down the Wilshire 15.
Yeah, it was Baker. No, this is skateboarding.
This is skateboarding.
Was like Baker. This is this skate. This video was like about half, like kind of like a little sloppy, and then half when I first got sober, and then Baker 3 was like fully sober guy.
Oh, they have the transitional part.
And this is Stay Gold, I believe.
I went there so many times. I went there maybe like 2 or 3 times before, and a frontside half cab, flipped it, and was coming down and like damn near like landing on the wall. Like I was like, maybe this trick doesn't go far enough, or I don't have the pop. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if I can get the length. And I was going as fast as I could trying to frontside half cab flip this thing. And then I'd fail and have to go home. Like, nope, didn't get it multiple times. And then this time it felt like
it just worked.
Like a set of 6 stairs or something.
Wow.
I don't know what it was. It made no sense.
To me, going as fast as you can to do a frontside half cab flip is the most ridiculous thing I could ever think of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going as fast as I can.
Going blindside.
Oh my God, bro.
Gnarly. I guess, you know, it's funny when you're talking about the way you would land on tricks. Looking back at it, I could see what you're talking about when you're like, oh yeah, I kind of put my hand down. I was going through a little phase. Because every trick, when you said you were sober, it's pretty much absolutely perfect the way you probably wanted it, right?
Yeah. I would definitely like go until I got the one I wanted after a certain time, you know?
Yeah. I never really looked at your footage like that. Because I thought
the early stuff, I was just kind of like in pain, probably. Like mentally and physically, just like we used to get really fucked up.
Right.
Did you ever get like anxiety going to a spot after partying and trying something gnarly?
I probably wasn't going it was different. Like we just go skate, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like we might've been down in the San Diego and like, oh, let's go check it.
Okay.
But like,
gotcha.
Yeah, not really. Like if I had like a super bad hangover, I probably wouldn't choose that day, you know?
Oh, I see.
Right.
That was like my whole routine that kept me going for those years is I would clean up, get my shit done, and then be like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? So it was like that routine until it just got too much.
Sure. Here's another spot that you just destroyed was the La Cañada.
That was such a hot spot too,
my
man.
God, this angle, I don't know if you...
That was great.
If I could ever film a trick and they film it from above like that, I would be so hyped. That just looks... Look at that. That looks amazing to me.
That angle does show the trick really well, actually.
Not every trick looks good.
It's not the norm.
But that looks great.
Yeah.
I was hyped this day because I like usually just the way my brain works, I guess I'll just get one trick and be kind of good for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But this day we went over to Beverly and I did a half cab crook down the 9. Same day. I was like, oh shit, 2 tricks in one day.
That was the Spitfire, right?
I'm not sure, but I usually don't really do that.
You just kind of get one trick and you're good.
Yeah, or you either just skate, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and then like go what I went to do, and then kind of. But yeah, that top angle, that Knox board, that was sick.
Dude, that top angle. Like I said, every trick doesn't. Oh wait, hold on, that's the wrong one. We'll get to that. But the top angle doesn't look good for every trick, but for that trick, it just looked fucking great.
I love that spot.
Glad that I could tell.
What's up with that spot now? Is it still skatable?
You land on like you know when they imprint concrete to make it look like some stone or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's not actually brick, but it's like got
They use some kind of dye.
Yeah. So they it's like that.
Oh, so it's still skatable, but a little weird to land on.
Damn.
Ooh.
Fakey tray.
Hey, the fakey tray was very, very hard. I mean, I'm probably 7 times back.
Dude, that no slide, big spin.
That no slide big spin is probably one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life, to tell you the truth.
Is that what you did?
Straight up.
When I first saw that, I was like, oh my God, this dude, wow, holy shit.
Yeah, nollie inward heel. Like, that one, that was hard. That was not that hard.
And you did it twice, it looked like.
No, it was a long and a fisheye.
Oh, I don't even see.
But I would no slide it
right there.
I know. Where's the filmer?
They probably took him out.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Minor
Movie magic.
John
Minor,
bro. You
Yeah.
got me, John. You got me. That's funny. I never even thought of that. Huh.
But I definitely would no slide it pretty comfortably. You know what I mean? No slide, no slide, no slide. It was just like, I think I can probably spin this one out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that back leg. It didn't do anything. I don't even know how to nollie flip. It's like a tree trunk. Like that's like we were big on like who's got the illest flick, like Mike Carroll, Eric Ellington, like Cater. Like my switch, if you watch all my parts, my switch flips. My back ankle doesn't do. Watch it. Look, the tray flip flicked right out. Watch my back leg. This is what Shane calls shot from the hip.
Yeah, you kind of.
I don't look. Oh, look at that.
You lift it up instead of kicking it straight out.
Is that kind of like
Definitely-
mob? Is that what Greco describes?
Very,
it as? Yeah.
very. Yeah, it definitely is no Mike Carroll flick where you're like.
It's still.
That's why I stopped skating switch because of that reason.
You just you said fuck it, man.
We're done.
We're done.
I don't have time for that. Let me do what I'm good at.
You got some good switch tricks, the switch shifties and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah,
I could get up on something switch, but the flips are gross. Always have been.
Wait, on this
But I fought it. I fought it hard. Switch tray, some shit. Fucking switch frontside flip in double sets. I wanted it so bad.
You got some switch trays, bro.
Yeah, switch trays.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need that flick on the switch trays.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they kind of can go without it.
Go.
On the no slide big spin, I'm trying to look at it because is that on the 11 stair or a different set?
No, it's 11, same set.
It's the same
It was
set?
kind of actually the fact that the wall ends before the stairs helped me because if I had to no slide a longer no slide, I don't think I would have done it. I wouldn't have wanted to be on a ledge above an 11 stair for like a good 8 feet. The fact that I can get a 4 foot, it's double sided too. You see behind there.
Yeah.
Look how tall that thing is, dude.
Yeah, this shit is not low.
What?
I always felt like people should do some other stuff on it.
I mean, it's
KB or something could probably fucking
KB
front nose that thing.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
See that kickflip, back tail, kickflip straight?
Yeah, I posted.
I was there yesterday. I was like, holy shit. He would get into kickflip back tail every single time.
He's so good.
I posted that shit. I was like, bro, this is.
I reposted that too, yeah.
There's so many of us that the older guys that reposted that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I seen a few other people, including yourself, Andrew. I was like, dude, I reposted that for a reason.
He's on a mission right
He's-
now.
dude,
He's killing it, man.
He's the
Hell
best.
yeah.
He's the best, bro. What about backside flip, Wallenberg?
I got so broke doing this.
Did you really?
Honestly. Yeah. I mean, beaten up really bad. I couldn't put it down. It was just flailing. I don't know if it was the rough ground or the run up. And like, I mean, I probably tried 40 times or something. And then it was coming up soon. I would not have been able to keep going. You know what I mean?
Like
Jake
you were
was
on your
there.
last attempts.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
Wow.
my shoe blew out. I had to get a different pair of shoes. Jake was yelling at me. And then I just put that one. I don't think I've ever actually landed another thing like that. Like, you know what I mean? You see, like, it's like I got low to the ground.
Yeah.
They had the roll in there, right?
They had to roll in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Some kids switched backside, flipped it like a week later. Now, I mean, look at what did Shane do? Nollie back heel? Nollie.
Yeah.
I mean, Brandon Turner switch hard. That was insane.
Yeah,
Totally.
switch hard.
Big time.
So good.
Yeah, that's when I was like, I mean, that's probably the like maxing out a backside flip for me.
Did you ever frontside flip it?
I did in like one of those Thrasher contests.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I was there actually.
They only had one of those, didn't they? Maybe two.
Yeah,
No one was even stepping to it at all. And Alyssa just jumps in the roll in and tries to ollie it.
I was there. Yeah.
Because that Lindsey
there.
Robertson, didn't he like heel flip it and back heel or something?
People did everything. Like so many tricks got done. There was a couple of them though, because one where Chris Cole did like switch frontside flip and back three and all that. I wasn't at that one. There was a previous one.
That's the one I was at.
I was at the Chris Cole one. Yeah.
Right. Damn.
Jake was like yelling at like guys like unknown skaters that were hucking off of it, and like as they're popping, he's probably about like 10 inches from their face going. Yeah. And this is what he told one kid as he passed by, this far from his face while he's trying to do Wallenberg, and he's like, "Show him where you're from."
Didn't Romar said something? He was like almost didn't let him skate it. I think
he said like mid-air he like Jake like try to hit his board away or something.
He was calling nollie frontside threes or nollie backside 360.
Nollie back.
Wow.
360.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anyway, iconic, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stoked on that, man. One thing that we were talking about switch trays. We might as well play this real quick.
Oh, the quick little double.
Yeah.
Oh no, this. Oh yeah.
Switch ollie up and then switch tray off. Ooh.
I like that. It was like a Little America ad or something, huh?
That was sick. Yeah, there was
yeah, I think
this is skateboarding. That's from This Is Skateboarding.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got lucky that time with the switch.
No. That was a perfect switch tray.
A few times.
Yeah, and getting up that stage was not. That thing was tall, man.
A little bit.
Let's see if I flick. Oh yeah, that was
good. There it is.
Out there. Like what Kelly was saying though, the switch trays, it's something about them.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
There's only a certain group of people that like when I skate with Eric, like we skate. That's just who I skate with. His switch flips and nollie flips are so effortless. His ankle just detaches like pling. You know what I mean? It's like Mike Carroll. It's just.
It's a beautiful
people
thing.
have that
flick. Yeah.
Yeah, when people have that switch flick all easy like that, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
You know, I trip out. I watch a lot of people's different like styles of switch 360 flip. Like you have a Shane O'Neill who's like so precise and does it, and then you have the Ave switch tray, which is like this crazy powerful. Like no one does it like him. Like it's so cool.
How fast was he going in that line when he just did one at the end of the line? I was like
pushing downhill, pushing downhill.
Let me just give you
Killed
this.
it.
So sick.
Might as well go back to this. I mean, listen, this is it's gone now. Definitely an iconic love fountain.
Man.
Frontside flip. So good.
These are the legendary spots.
Legendary spots, man. Legendary trick, legendary skater.
Let me ask you something. Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're obviously really good at frontside flips and a big fan of them. When you went to Love Park like this, did you just kind of know you could do it?
No, I don't think I had really seen Love and like the Gap and really thought much about the Gap.
Oh, wow.
But I was in Philly like on my own kind of mission with Shane and stuff. Just, I don't know when this was really. Jim gave me that jacket. And
this is from This Is Skateboarding.
I'm just trying to think in life, like so I'm pretty sure I was in some trouble around this time, and I thought what was going to solve it was going to be moving to Florida.
Okay,
but I was getting really bored there, and Shane was living in Philly. And I was trying to clean up and stuff. I was like trying to just be here in Florida and just like be near my family, clean up.
Yeah.
I knew Shane was Shane was partying, but I was like, I'm going to go to Philly. I'm just going to drive to Philly and see what's going on over there with no intentions of partying really, but maybe somewhere way in the very back of a dark part of my brain.
Right.
But I got to Philly and I just started drinking. You know?
Okay.
And that's when I was just there. I kept missing flights. I couldn't get home. I was like just a mess. But then we just one day woke up and fuck it, let's go frontside flip this gap. We got it.
Wow.
But it was like, I just like watching it in the jacket and everything. And I'm just like, definitely some chaos is going on right there that I'm trying to just like grasp and just pull my shit together. You know what I mean?
Well, that clip helped.
It's a good, I mean, it's a proper, it's fucking.
That one's weird too. It almost came off my feet. Like if you pause it, like after the catch, it starts to go like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Like look at.
Oh, your front foot.
No, keep going. Like that, it right
Oh yeah,
there.
look at your front
yeah.
foot is yeah.
It's like my board's more rotated than my body, but somehow right here,
But then it comes back.
fix it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because you actually waited till you're 90 degrees right there. About to.
I think probably the ground is like slippery enough to get like where you can like, it has a little give, you know, it's like skate park ground.
Right. No, I think it's just cool because like that gap's gone, you know, it's just cool to.
Stoked on that clip.
Yeah,
honestly.
man.
Look at the
Like,
love sign in the back.
So
Tight.
sick.
Yeah.
It's like, nobody's ever going to do that again, man.
I did that.
You did it. And then let's wrap this up because I know you got a life and everything. But here's
I gotta go to sleep.
Kickflip the Davis gap, bro.
Wow.
Like
That was one of the probably. I don't really describe it as scary because like the things I've chosen to do, I kind of know I can do. You know what I mean?
yes.
But I went up there with Minor, like, you know, a dead serious filming mission. Like, let's fucking go do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't try it. I was like,
wow.
I got like, I
Couldn't do
can't.
it.
No, I just couldn't even jump it at all. I was like, I can't. I don't know. Like, I just don't feel right now to be doing this. And then I actually went over and half cab heel nose slid the rail.
Oh,
Okay,
wow. Okay.
Something else
so
is calling.
wow.
Something else is calling that day.
So it wasn't a total wash that day. You
Yeah.
actually
So
got
I was
something.
stoked. We got something, you know, I was like, okay, that's cool. And then this time went back and like, I didn't ollie it.
No,
I just like kick flipped and like kicked my board away and put my back foot in the dirt and my front foot on the ground. And then I just,
you
right
could
there.
see the little dirt right there.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
huh?
that you'd kind of, I don't know.
like to where I could go slow enough to where like I could kind of like almost like jump, not the full gap, you know? But then I saw like, okay, I can do it. And I mean, it took like probably 25 tries.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
Yeah. I cut a lot of after the backside flip, after this, a lot of ones I battle.
Yeah.
Like I'm in bed the next day, like not able to really move.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, dude. How are your legs after the fact? Like,
Yeah,
are
20
you done
tries.
for like 2-3 a week? You know, like days?
Definitely weak, bad.
Especially
Yeah.
jumping 25 times, bro.
The Wallenberg was bad. Like, but I've been doing this. Like I tried to tray flip nose slide the Venice hubba, to the point where they had to like carry me to the car.
No
Like
way.
you're
Yeah. Like physically carry me to the car.
wow.
Legs just gave up.
Cause it's something,
You know, in your mind, you could do it.
I almost
You
had
know,
it
it's
so
like-
close. Oh, I like slid the whole thing and landed and then shot out.
That was a good hubba too, man.
That thing was sick.
And then you had
Really
that little hole that you had to kind of dodge
After the fact.
sick. You know,
the
now
fact.
that would have been filled up with concrete. Now some
Oh
people
my
would have
God.
hooked.
For sure.
Yeah, the whole thing, Bondo.
Oh my
that
God,
whole
Raj
thing
would be
gone.
down there right now.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
The thing about the Davis Gap, I've been there a few times. Never skated it, obviously, but cold. Every time I went there, freezing.
It was
And
cold
you
that
got your-
day.
You got that's what I'm saying. You got your jacket on, which makes like skating and falling and impact so much like
When you fall on your hands and it's,
Well, until-
and it's
Yeah.
cold,
Until
That's
you're
what I'm
warm.
saying.
Until you're warm. If
even
you're
when
like,
you're warm, like just that.
Yeah, but once you get fired up though,
Yeah.
and nothing's it's not gonna hurt.
Well, you
know?
didn't take your jacket off, but
I had two boards too. I always would have two boards with me, like the exact same setups. And I went around the corner and I was kick flipping on this one. I was like, it's just like, like I don't like it. And then grab the other one, some kick flips, and then they like, oh, okay, this is the one. And then run up there.
but you have a backup in case your board breaks. You don't have to set one up.
right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because that was like during this time, especially, you know, if I'd snap a board,
Right.
I'm like,
we're done.
there's no time. I need to go, like, go, you know,
It's
grab
almost
another board.
when you sit down too long and you got to get re-warmed up and the whole thing. And sometimes it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my setups are super generic anyways, like brand new everything, so it's pretty easy.
Well, let's talk about that. What is your board? What is your that's perfect transition. Man.
Perfect.
What is your board? What is your board setup?
Spitfire, Formula 4, classic shape, anywhere from 54 to 51.
That's quite the range.
Yeah, the wheels, it just kind of off like feeling. It hasn't always been. Yeah, it's kind of always been like that. But I mean, like I put on some 51s the other day, and everything was working nice. So I was like, okay, I'll work with these for a minute, and then I'm skating a spot tomorrow that's kind of a little crusty, so I put the 54s on.
Gotcha. Okay.
I actually went from my board as like an 8.3 down to an 8.25.
She's on an 825 right now.
Yeah, because as you get older, you get you're not as. I feel like at my strength level right now, it's a little easier to get this board around.
You can pick it up easier.
There you go.
And I know it's like the trendy thing that started happening a few years or a while ago is people started riding the really bigger trucks.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I ride 139s, little baby 8-inch trucks on an 8.25 board.
Really? What?
Yeah, I'll ride the 8-inch 139 indies on an 8.5. I don't want to see my wheels. I like them. It's easier for me to control.
Wow.
But that's what Ishod does too. Ishod rides the Thunders that are 8-inch on on like an 8.25, 8.3.
Wow.
Well, I feel like even if you're switching your board size, and then it's gonna fuck it all up if you're switching your truck size as well. Like if you keep your truck size the same and then kind of, change the.
I feel like the dynamic of the board changes once you switch the size of the board.
Yeah, but
with
you're just trying to get used to bigger. I don't know.
Yeah.
The bigger trucks. I mean, you must have changed your board way up. I saw it on the video. It's like a shape board. It's wider, right? Bigger trucks, everything, right?
Oh, me? Yeah. I do.
It's a totally different board.
Totally. I used to ride 775s. Now I'm on an 825 twin tail or twin nose. Rails.
Do you use it like a twin nose? Do you actually use it that way?
I just throw it down whatever way.
Wow,
it's the best.
You gotta be really good to do that.
Yeah,
I was tripping off that.
It's one less thing for me to think about. I don't have to.
Jamie Neen rides it like that. Ishod, Jacopo.
Yep.
Jamie just started.
Well, that's what got me into it. Is talking. I think the first person I heard about was Ishod, and he was like, "Oh yeah, twin tail, whatever, blah blah blah, twin paddle," and I was like, that sounds amazing. Like, I don't want to think about doing this and then getting my truck.
Yeah, but did you up the size of your trucks when you did that?
Well, I had to.
Yeah.
Because I was going to 775, but I wanted it to match.
Right.
That's kind of sick. You like reinvented your whole skating actually from what you were doing before, which is not that common. I mean, it's there's someone like Obby Taylor is.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
He went from a full street skater, completely filming switch heels down the Hollywood 16 to a Texan vert guy that's good at vert.
Wow,
amazing at vert. Yeah,
he learned the techniques. Like that's hard to do if you don't have that stuff as a kid. Like the fact that you got so good at slappies like that is very impressive.
Thank you.
Like our generation, I was talking to Eric about it. He's going, why do I want to do that? I can ollie to it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
totally.
I'm like, yeah, I know that the way we came up skating, we ollie to our lead tricks.
Yeah.
So like the fact that that's really hard. I heard Jerry has gotten gotten so good at all kinds of different.
Man, I'd love to skate with Jerry down there, man. Or
Yeah, Jerry Sue. Yeah, someone was telling me the other day.
I don't know what it is, Andrew. I don't know if it's just the part of my life that I'm in right now, and I don't really feel like going out and filming a video part, and just like I just want to have fun, and that spot's right there, and all these guys and all my friends are already skating there. So,
but it's still challenging, and you could get broke.
It really is.
Totally.
That's what hurts my soul is when you
have
fall.
you ever like slipped out and like landed on your side on the curb?
I haven't.
Those are the ones.
I haven't yet. But yeah, no, you're skating like this, 4-inch curb, and it hurts your soul when you fall because it's just this little thing and it took you out.
But this is the thing.
Took you out.
It can take you out. That's the thing is so fucking slicked up, and they grease this thing up like
we keep it
daily.
nice. We keep it nice, bro. Raj keeps it nice, bro.
Do you feel like you found a new love for skating, Chris, because you
Absolutely.
look at skating differently now?
Andrew, the thing is this show took so much of my time and energy that I didn't skate for over a year. I didn't even touch my board, maybe even longer than that, and like finding this other aspect where I don't really have to go kill myself. When I say kill myself is really like skating a ledge for 6 hours, right? It can take its toll on your body, right? You wake up the next, I'm so fucking sore. And I can go skate these ledges for 6 hours, these curbs, and I'm fine the next day.
Yeah.
I'm not torturing my body. And so I think it's like, is Raj okay? I think Raj fell down. I heard a noise. But I think it's just all aspects of it.
Yeah.
It's just the being so busy here, not having to like my body being destroyed, and then just finding that love again, like you said, like I'd really enjoyed like figuring it out.
Yeah.
And then I'd figure out this, and then I'd add something. I'd add a shove out, or I'd add this, or I'd just keep adding on to it. And it's kind of new every time I go there. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me try this. Let me try this.
And that's I think the audience watching is seeing that. And that's why I think we're all like rallying behind you because
thank you, bro.
We're watching you find this new thing and you're discovering it yourself. It's really cool to see.
Totally.
Yeah, it's really hard as you get older to learn any new trick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to keep the ones that you have is hard.
Yeah.
Totally.
So like learn a new technique or I learned frontside nose grinds on a quarter pipe where you hop in, ollie up, frontside nose grind. I was like, yes. I was.
And that's what's funny is like, as we get older and like you said, it's hard to like learn new tricks. That's what skating's all about. It's like, we can keep the tricks we have, but like learning and progressing, like that's what fuels like my fire, my passion. I want to learn shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to just keep
things.
it.
I mean,
I'm going to go out and skate this ledge and nose grind it again.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you did it again,
even
if you tried it again now, you probably feel pretty happy about it.
Well, because I haven't ollied in 2 years. So I probably would feel But I appreciate the kind words, Andrew, man. I'm having fun down there. And to me, that's all that matters is like, I just want to go have fun and be on my board and skate and just, like Shane comes through and Hype Man and, Nate's down there, Raj, like all the York's down there. Like, it's just so, I grew up skating there. So it's like I'm back skating again.
It's like a new spot, the same spot. Right?
New spot, same spot.
Yeah.
But I grew up fucking skating there.
Yeah, you're looking at it in a different way now.
Dude, I biked by there the other day and I saw the skaters there and it was just so funny to me to go by and everyone's skating the curb and no one's skating the spot. I mean,
no one's skating the ledge.
No one's skating the ledge.
But that's what all we used to skate.
Yeah, I know. That's what was funny.
The gaps in the ledge.
The gaps are gone. Ledge is pretty crusted.
It's crust, but it's still good. It's not bad.
It was just funny to see that spot so reinvented. I thought it was cool.
Well, Andrew, if you ever get into the slappies, bro,
Let's go, Andrew.
give me a call. We'll go down there. We'll skate.
I actually have a trick I wanted to try on the ledge with the little space in it. You can still skate that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
There's some better ones.
yeah.
It's a little. There's some little. The ground where you skate the curbs is kind of weird, like little chalky, but the ledges right there are super good. Actually,
They're good.
they're super perfect. There's no one really skated them, but they're all waxed up. So
Yeah.
little gaps in them too.
Come down.
We'll make it down there.
Come
We'll
down
make it
one
down there
day.
one of these days.
Yeah, man.
A question to go with your setup. Do you ride? Because I noticed that you got, which I think is awesome that Baker does. You guys offer the mellow and like the steeper concave, or which one do you skate?
My board is like an older looking board. It's very like rounded. Like if a kid come up skating like an FA board that's a really square, super like steep concave, they're gonna look at my board and think it looks pointy. I got one right here.
Oh, interesting. You got it right there.
Like Mark, I went on a trip with Mark Suchu, and he saw my board, and it looked like the weirdest thing he had ever seen. You know what I mean? He was like, "Why is it so pointy?" I'm like, "Why is your shit square? I don't know."
Wait, is that wheel? What is that? Is that a normal wheelbase? Maybe it's just a camera.
14 and a quarter.
14 and because the nose looked a little tall, but maybe it's just a camera.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe. I mean, I think the more you get used to the twin one, having a nose be bigger than your tail might like be foreign.
That can definitely throw you off.
I love the
twin. No, but I'm like pretty set on like. I switch around a little stuff, but like nothing
major.
Yeah.
So I
just do.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I know that I'm always going to go back to what I like, but part of it is it's just tweaking for no reason.
Yeah.
But
it's let me change this and move this around.
Yeah. Do you have anything that it has to be like 3 bolts or this or that or washers, or do you have to have something on there that you
if I put grip on that has words on the back of it, on the paper.
Yeah.
Then I like to put the piece on the same way that the board is going.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wait.
And then I always like on the back back. This one doesn't have anything on it, but on the back it says shake John, shake John, shake John. I want the word going the same way as I'm going.
Yeah, as the graphics.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even matter. But yeah.
And then this little sticker that says like danger or whatever, I take that off.
You peel that off.
Yeah. Like I saw someone on a board video set up, and they just take it. That's the sticker's right there. They're just like grip. I'm just like, oh. My
I do the same.
Like, are you trying to die? Do you want to die?
Well, I do the same. Chocolate boards come with the little sticker on the back with the size of it. Right. And I always peel that.
Yeah,
because eventually I feel like it pops through the grip tape.
Yeah,
see a little
bit of an outline.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Can you see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. See those Spitfire wheels?
Yeah, I ride mine like that too, Andrew.
I don't ride them like that, but I've been setting them like that unknowingly until I was someone pointed it out to me when I moved out to California. Brian Sumner. I've been setting him like that my entire life. My mom.
Wow.
1 up, 3 down, or whatever. Either just one has to be different, and it's the top right one. I found this video of Christmas. My mom was like, I got presents, I got wheels. You know what I mean? I was like probably 11, and I can't even focus. Like I watched. I'm like, why are you such a freak? I can't even focus. I'm like,
OCD. What?
I'm like that, and then I go back to the presents. Wow. And then Brian Sumner told me when I was about, like probably 19, 20, do you realize you always put the wheels like that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what he was talking about.
You didn't even notice.
Nope.
That's amazing.
Didn't even know, but I still do it.
That's
you should package Baker wheels like that.
I know.
And then I didn't know that I threw my board down with what's considered the wrong hand until someone told me probably 8 years ago.
But that's like your staple fucking thing, bro. It's funny because when sometimes it just happens, I have the board and I throw it down and I'm like, oh, Reynolds. I just think of Reynolds.
I had no idea that I was doing something that wasn't that. Someone told me the same way, 25, maybe even 30. They you always throw down with the right hand. I'm like, what do you mean? But it was I don't
love
know.
it.
I love that.
But you do tap your board too. You do the little madness. You tap your board and then spin the wheels.
I still do that. I was doing it the other day.
Yeah, really.
But I do it different things now. I step hard on my back truck, you know what I mean?
Yep.
My board's up and I'm stepping to stop my wheels, but I'm counting. And then I'm I talk to myself in my head and say really crazy stuff. If you don't try it, actually try one, then you're just a disappointment to everybody in your family.
I do the same shit, dude. I do the same shit.
It's funny because the other day we were skating. I think it was York or somebody was around.
We all have these pet peeves. But just go ahead. Let me
hear
yours.
We were like, next try. And then I was thinking to myself, God, it'd be so much better if we were like, nah, you don't got that, bro.
Yeah, right.
You ain't got that, man. Good luck. Because it's like fueling.
I told you the other day.
That works for me.
Right?
It is.
I told you the other day on the show on Experience how my friend was skating this 11 stair and the security guard was like, oh, dude, you don't got that.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, oh, no, dude, I'm doing it right now. And he switch flipped it right then.
I love that.
But that adds we should be saying the opposite to each other.
No, I used to do that too. Where I'd be like, all right, dude, if I don't do this is before I turn pro, I'd be like, man, if you don't do this shit right now, you ain't turning pro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
Right. But to hear it from your
funny too,
peers, though.
because-
No, it's peers.
Dubs,
is
you
different.
ain't turning pro, bro. You don't do that shit.
Now you're bringing something out of me. You're unlocking the door.
It's funny on that Jordan documentary how they were saying that he would make up fake beefs and stuff with people that weren't even real.
Yeah.
And he'd go into the game like, I'm fucking like so angry and ready for a war. And then his teammates would be like, what happened? And they're like, no, that didn't even happen. Like that dude's got nothing. And he would just do that just to get fired up.
Right.
But I love that.
It's the mentality. Yeah.
That documentary got me so juiced. I don't even like sports. Like I don't know anything about sports, but I was like, I'm gonna watch this guy. Like I heard good things about Jordan. You know what I mean? I watched it. I was like, I liked it because he's like not really that nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want to win.
You see
Fuck
some,
everything
like,
else.
Yeah, you see the real shit.
Right.
He wants to get it
Yeah,
done,
like he's cool and everything, whatever. But he's like, no, like win at all costs.
His mentality is far different
Bananas.
from the normal guy.
Same shit with
That's crazy.
Tiger Woods. He just had a fucking new documentary come out.
That.
The first episode is insane. So you
I
get
gotta see this.
to really see, like, I mean, Tiger Woods, obviously, we all know. I mean, even if you don't know about golf, you know about Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Same shit.
What was it on? What?
It's on HBO.
Oh, okay.
But it's, HBO has those gnarly, they dive in. So,
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andrew Reynolds, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hey, come back anytime, dude. This is so much fun, bro. So,
This is awesome,
dude,
man.
we have 80 more clips to talk about. So
We didn't even
when you
scratch
come
the
back,
surface.
we did not even scratch the surface, man. No, but thank you so much, dude.
The funny thing is I always tell myself, I'm like, no more interviews, no more talking to the camera, no more, like I'm gonna be like mysterious, like Abe or something. Right? but then the person who hits me up is Jeron. I'm like, oh, what do you need? Yeah.
That's why we brought him in here.
Exactly.
That's why we brought him in.
I mean, like, I when I'm reaching out to, like, I'm not knowing, people are busy. There's a lot going on. We got families, So, I mean, dude, thank you so much for, like, really.
Man, thank you guys.
No,
Straight up.
and this is fun too. It's not like you've been here before. It's not like a crazy interview.
not
we
pulling
have
teeth.
fun.
That's awesome.
We have fun.
I
We
love
just
what you
chill.
guys do.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. We love what you do.
you're the
Man.
Yes.
man,
Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait to see the new footage.
Straight up.
Dude, so stoked for you and the Vans coming together and forming
Thank you.
Voltron. It's amazing,
Fans,
bro.
you did a good job.
So stoked,
Thank
bro.
you, thank you.
Will you tell him to send me some more half caps? Or who do I talk to?
course.
down there, bro? You know what I mean?
Matt Bennett, he's got you.
There you
go.
go.
Got the
Chris,
connect right
we got
there.
you.
Matt Bennett, if you're listening, man, 10.5s, baby.
Yes.
Let's go, man. No, seriously, Andrew, thank you so much, dude. You're the man.
Seriously, bro.
Hey, thanks guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.
Andrew Reynolds, everybody, huh?